Hi, today we're going to be making omelettes today, and I'm going to show you what we need to make them. Our first ingredient is going to be two large brown eggs, and we're going to have our toppings, chopped onions, or finely diced onions, some diced tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, diced pepper, this one we have yellow and orange pepper, and some shredded ginger. I have some shredded cheddar cheese. You can use any type of cheese you prefer again. Some chopped up cilantro, a tablespoon of milk, salt and pepper, and butter. Now that we have these ingredients, I'm going to bring them all over to the pan and show you how to make them. So now that we have our pan set up, what I'm going to do is turn on the heat on the pan, and I'm going to put that on medium heat. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to take our butter and coat the bottom of the pan with it. So this way the omelet and the ingredients don't stick to the pan when you cook it. So you just make sure it's a good layer around the bottom of the pan, so the middle gets it. And also it's important to put it around the sides too, because when you're cooking the omelet you're going to be prying around the sides with a spatula. This way the sides don't stick as well if you don't catch them. The next thing I'm going to do is going to put my onions and peppers on the pan. This way I like to get it cooking first before the eggs start cooking. So I'm going to make sure it distributes pretty evenly across the pan. And then get your peppers in there. Some salt. And while I let that cook for just a bit, I'm going to actually get my eggs ready. So I'm going to crack 2 eggs. And I'm going to add the milk to the eggs and ginger. Also, some salt and pepper. And now we're going to give that a good whisk. Make sure the whole thing mixes well, until it's all evenly yellow and you get some air in it. Now that that's done, I'm going to put that on the pan, and you can't put all the eggs at once, just put it around the pan so the eggs distribute evenly around the vegetables. And also you might want to move it around just so the liquid kind of gets in that circular shape. So now that's done, I'm going to put the tomatoes on as well. And again, put this around evenly so you get them all around the omelet. And then what we're going to do, you just pry around the sides to make sure that the omelet's cooking. And that's good. It's a little sticking to the spatula right here, but we'll just put it back. And just let it cook for about a minute or so, and then we'll come back to it and add the other ingredients. So it's been about a minute or so. A good way to check is if you're moving the omelet around in the pan, you can see the omelet sliding around in the pan, which means it's not sticking to the bottom pan. Good sign. Now that it's been cooking for a little bit, just add some cheese. Again, just put cheese around, get cheese everywhere on the omelet. And now that we have that, we're going to put our cilantro on for garnish. And now that we have that, pretty much got all our ingredients. So pry around the edges also to check if it's done, just to make sure the omelet can still move around the edges. Okay, so now you see the cheese is melted and that the omelet is pretty cooked, and now that you see it's Smooth around in the pan and the eggs are cooked. I think you're ready to put it in the plate. Give it a good flip and fold it in half. And there you have your breakfast omelet. This is a great high protein breakfast. It's very delicious. You can add any toppings that you like, vegetables, spinach, mushrooms. It's very customizable and it's a good meal to have. Thank you and enjoy.